it's Bree here, Vinyasa Wave. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. I am super stoked to have you. Today's wave is going to be a beginner Vinyasa wave, so no funky transitions, no change of direction. We're gonna go ahead and get started in child's pose in the center of our mat. So come down to your knees, open them as wide as the mat or as wide as they'll allow right now. And then just walk your hands forward and hang out there, and I'll meet you when you're ready, okay? All right, let's go ahead and come down to child's pose. So in the center of your mat, open your knees as wide as the mat or as wide as they'll allow. If you need to add a blanket or something underneath your bum to kind of elevate your hips a little bit, you are more than welcome. Walk your hands forward if your forehead meets the mat. If not, it's okay. If you want to add a block underneath that forehead to kind of elevate the neck or drop the forearms and just hang out here. And then just begin to arrive here on this mat. Close the eyes. And just listen to the natural rhythm of your breath. And then just begin to arrive here on this mat. Allow your mind and body and breath to arrive on the four corners of this mat. Slow the breath down, slow the mind down. Let's take an inhale here together. Exhale, let it go. One more big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, walk your hands over to the left side of the mat, pushing down through that right hip, finding a nice side body stretch in that right side. Breath in here. Breath out, sink a little deeper. Breath in. Breath out. Your next inhale walks you back through center. And then your exhale sends you over to your right side. Push down through that left hip. Left arm is reaching over as far as you can. Feel the length in that left side. Breath in. Breath out. Sink a little deeper. Walk back through center. And then walk your hands all the way back. Come to a kneeling position. If that's too much for your knees, you can swing your feet around and sit in a cross-legged position. Sit nice and tall through that spine. Take an inhale, arms come over the head. On your exhale, open to the right side. Right arm behind the back, left arm grabs right knee, gaze over right shoulder. Using the core to twist, avoid pulling with that left hand on that right knee. Breath in, breath out, and come back through center, arms overhead. Exhale over to the left side. Gaze goes over left shoulder. Sit nice and tall through that spine, pulling with the core, not the hands. And arms come back overhead. On your exhale, cactus your arms, and then open the heart, gaze goes up to the sky. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, cactus, pull the heart open. Inhale up, and then release your hands down to your knees. Keep sitting nice and tall through that spine, and then just gently bow the head forward, so chin to chest. And then begin to do half neck rolls. So left ear, left shoulder. Come back through center, and then open to the right side. Nice and slowly with the rhythm of your breath. Begin to connect all of your movements with your breath. Yoga is about connecting your mind, body, and breath, moving as one to create like a meditative like state. And inhale back through center, and then bring your head back up. Roll forward, finding your tabletop, so knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. On your inhale, drop the belly, find cow, gaze goes up, pulling the heart forward, pulling the shoulder blades to touch in the back. And then on your exhale, you're pushing through the hands, tucking the tailbone, finding your cat. Chin to chest. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, round. Inhale, pull through, shoulder blades touch in the back, heart's coming through. Exhale, round. And inhale, bring it back through center. Your next inhale sends your right arm up to the sky, opening up that heart. Exhale, thread it underneath your left arm to a hover, and then sweep it back up to the sky, opening the heart. Keep moving with the rhythm of your breath to a hover underneath the arms and then opening up the heart. Really engage the core here. Protect your low back, your mid back, upper back. Don't rush through these poses. Do each pose with the length of each inhale and exhale. Your next exhale, thread it under to a hover, and then gently lower that right shoulder onto the floor. Either stay here or take that left hand around the back to find that right hip crease. Think about rolling that left shoulder back into the midline, pushing into that right hand on the floor. Really finding that twist. Breath in here. Breath out. Left hand comes back to the mat. And then inhale, arm sweeps back up to the sky, and then bring it back down. Left arm sweeps up. Exhale, thread it under to a hover. And then inhale back up. Exhale, thread. Finish the pose to each length of your inhale and exhale. Don't rush through it. We're already in a rush through our daily life doing everything else. Slow your body down here on the four corners of your mat. Keep moving. And then your next exhale, thread it under to a hover, and then gently lower that shoulder down. Stay here, or option to take that right hand behind the back and find that left hip crease, rolling that right shoulder back into the midline. Push down through that left hand, getting deeper into that twist. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in, breath out. Unwind that right hand, place that right hand down. Finish the twist, left arm sweeps up to the sky, and then exhale, left hand comes down, we find our table. Tuck your toes, send your hips high, find your first down dog of the wave. And then just play here. Maybe bend the knees, shake the hips, shake the head, get playful here, see what your body can do. It doesn't have to be yoga, it just has to be organic to your body. And then find stillness. Gaze goes forward. On your exhale, take as many steps as you need to find it to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, hands come to the knees or shins or thighs, finding a halfway lift. So spine is nice and long, crown of the head is reaching forward. And then exhale, forward fold. So fold at the hips, hands meet the floor. Inhale, rise to stand, arms meet at the top. Exhale, cactus the arms. Open the heart, gaze goes up. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, arms reach back up. And then hands meet at the top. And then exhale, hands come through heart center. And then forward fold at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. So straight spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, find your plank. Lower gently all the way down to your belly. Tent your fingertips on the outside of your mat. And on your inhale, lift the chest, head is last to come up. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Really push into those fingertips, getting really dramatic with your lifting and lowering. Lift, and then exhale, lower. Hands come underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes, push down into the hands, finding up dog. So arms are straight, thighs are floating, and then exhale, send the hips back, find your down dog. Breath in here, breath out. One more, breath in, breath out. Remember to connect back to that breath. Nothing outside of the four corners of your mat matters right now. Just you and your breath. Gaze goes forward. On your exhale, step it all the way to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, and then heel toe your feet to the edges of your mat. Slight bend in the knees, grab opposite elbows, and just hang out here. Sway side to side. Come back into the breath, come back into the body. Remember, it's just you and the four corners of this mat. Release your hands down. Walk your feet out even wider than your mat, and then walk your hands forward to lengthen that spine. Sit back into the hips and the heels, and then just gently lower the head down in between the arms. Sit back even deeper into the hips, find length in that spine. Breath in, breath out. One more, breath in, breath out. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and then heel toe your feet back into hip distance. Take an inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms meet at the top. Left hand grabs right wrist. Step your right foot behind your left over to the left side of the mat and gently pull your right hand over to the left. Nice side body stretch in that right side. Inhale, pulls that right shoulder back into the midline, gaze is up. And then step it back through center. Right hand grabs left wrist. Step your left foot over to the right side. Find length here, and then exhale, fold over to your right side. Inhale, pulls that left shoulder back to the midline, gaze is up. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands meet at the top. And then bring them through heart center and forward fold at the hips. Inhale, find length. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, find your plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, hips go high, down dog. Breath in here. Breath out. Gaze goes forward. On your exhale, step it all the way to the top of the mat. We're going to create some heat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms meet at the top. And then exhale, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, find plank. This time, drop your knees down, kick your right foot out, left foot goes long, and then left arm peels up to the sky, finding a modified side plank. Send your left arm long over the ear, reaching to the front of the room. Good. Exhale, plant that left hand down, push back up into your plank, and then drop the knees again. Left foot kicks out to the side, right arm comes up to the sky, modified side plank on the left side, right arm up. And then exhale over the right ear, reaching to the front of the room. Another side body stretch. Hips pushing forward. And exhale, come back through plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Right leg to the sky. Bend your knees, bring it all the way to the front, knee to nose. Send it back, three-legged down dog. And then knee to nose, and step your foot down, low lunge. So drop your left knee down, untuck your left toes. Inhale, lifts the arms and chest, and pause here. Breath in. Breath out, sink a little deeper into the hips. Breath in, breath out, right arm reaches down to the side, to your right side. Left arm reaches over to the right side, finding a nice side body stretch again, and then also into the front of that hip. Sink a little lower into those hips. Big breath in, breath out. Arms come back overhead, and then release your hands down to your hips, keeping everything where it is. Shift your hips back in space, finding your half split. So toes facing the sky, right leg is straight. Either stay here or take an inhale, lengthen that spine, and then exhale, forward fold at the waist. Option if you have props with you, like a pillow or a block, you can put them underneath your hands on the either side of your right leg. Keep pulling those toes towards your shin, spine is long. And we're thinking about left hip is pulling to the front, right hip is going to the back. Good. Hands back to the hips. Shift it forward, back to low lunge. Frame your right foot. Untuck your left toes. Send your foot back. And then push it back, down dog. Left leg to the sky, knee to nose. Send it back, three-legged down dog. Step it all the way to the front, low lunge. Drop that right knee, untuck your right toes. Inhale, lifts the chest and the arms up to the sky. Stay here, breath in, breath out. Come back to the breath. Don't fight the pose, just breathe into it. Sometimes when you just give in, you'll find that you already have the pose. Instead of fighting it, you already have it. Breath in, breath out, drops that left arm down to the left side. Right arm reaches over to the left side, creating length in that right side and in the front hip, that right hip. Sink a little deeper. And bring your arms back up. Hands to the hips. Send your hips back in space, finding your half split. So left leg is long, toes to the sky. Breath in here. And then exhale, lower forward. Remember, place the blocks underneath your hands if you need. Thinking about that right hip coming forward, left hip going back so it's nice and square, or as square as your body allows. Good. Hands come back to the hips. And then shift it forward, low lunge. Frame your left foot. Tuck your right toes, send that left foot back, down dog. Breath in, breath out. Gaze goes forward. On your exhale, either jump, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to chair, so sit low in the hips. Knees and toes are touching. Sink low. Arms up. And then exhale, airplane your arms behind you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, up. Hands come together at heart center. Take a breath in here. Exhale over to the right side. So left elbow hooks onto right knee. If we can't make contact, just twist the chest over to the right side. Keep the knees in line. Don't let that left knee shift forward as you twist. Inhale back through center. Stay here. Breath out. Left foot starts to come off the ground. Bend your left knee like a flamingo. Step your foot all the way back, slow and controlled till the balls of the feet touch. Inhale, lift the chest and the arms, finding our crescent lunge. Breath in here. Breath out, sink a little lower into that right knee. Breath in. Breath out. On your exhale, drop that left heel down, open the arms to either side of the room, finding warrior two. Breath in, breath out. Spine's nice and tall. Straighten that right leg, hands to the hips. Face that right foot to the left side of the mat. Point your toes in and heels out. Take a breath in here, lengthen that spine. And then exhale, bend at the waist, forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Hands meet the floor. Take a breath here, take a halfway lift, so lengthen that spine. And then exhale, walk over to your right foot. Grab wherever you can grab and hang out there. Breath in, breath out. Remember, it's not how deep you can get into the pose. When you are moving with that mentality or moving with the ego, we do not move with the ego in yoga. Get rid of that, because it doesn't matter. Walk your hands back through center, and then over to the left side. Instead of moving with the ego, we move with how the body and the mind are feeling today, which may be different than how you were moving yesterday. When you're moving with the ego, you're not listening to your mind or your breath or your body. And walk your hands back through center. Lift halfway. Plant your left hand in the center of the mat. Right arm peels up to the sky. Open that heart. Think about rolling that right shoulder back into the midline. Breath in, breath out. Switch hands. Right hand is in the center. Left arm peels up. Keep it in the hip square, so don't shift over to either side. If lifting it all the way up is a little too difficult today, just put your hand on your hip. And release the hands down. Hands to the waist, bend, slight bend in the knees, and then take an inhale, lift up with the flat back, and then open back into your warrior two. So arms are reaching to either side. We're bending into that right knee. Take a breath in, breath out. Your next inhale straightens your right leg, arms meet at the top. Exhale back into warrior two. Getting a little workout. Straighten the leg, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Slow and controlled. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Breath in. Breath out, beautiful. Cartwheel the hands to the front of the room. Frame your right foot. Step it all the way back. Find plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in here. Good job. Exhale, let it go. One more. Breath in. Breath out. Gaze goes forward. On your exhale, make it to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift when you arrive. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, arms over the head. And then exhale, airplane behind the body. Inhale up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Pause here. Take a breath in. And then breath out, we twist over to the left side, right knee, right elbow hooks on left knee. Remember, if we can't twist all the way or make that connection, just twist the chest. Breath in, breath out. Chest, bring your chest back to center, breath in. And then bend that right knee like a flamingo. Step it all the way back, finding high lunge. Arms overhead. Take a breath in, and then exhale, sink a little deeper into that left thigh. Right leg is engaged, nice and straight. Breath in here. Breath out. One more. And then exhale, drop that right heel down. Arms reach to either side of the room, finding warrior two. Do a little alignment check here. Make sure your butt isn't sticking out too far, but we don't want it tucked in all the way. Find a little happy medium here. Inhale, straighten through that left leg. Toes face the right side of the mat this time. Heels go wide, toes face in. Hands to heart center. Lengthen here. Exhale, forward fold. Hands meet the floor. Inhale, halfway lift first. And then exhale, walk your hands behind you. Come walk all the way through as far as they'll allow, or your legs will allow. And just hang out here. Big breath in. Breath out. Walk your hands all the way forward, just like we did in the beginning of class. Maybe we can get a little deeper this time. Sit back into the heels, back into the hips. Keep the core engaged. Don't let the belly sink down. Beautiful. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to play just for a second. Bend into that right knee and start to tilt your toes up to the sky, your left toes up to the sky. Hands come to heart center. We're here in Skandasana, or what I call a little ninja squat. Beautiful. Release the hands down to the floor, and we're going to just walk ourselves over to the left side. So left knee is bent, right toes are up, hands at heart center. Keep pulling those toes up to the sky. Beautiful. Walk back to center. Find your wide-legged forward fold. Hands to hips. And lift with a flat back. And then open back up to warrior two. So left knee is bent. Arms are reaching to the sky. Doing a little workout again. So inhale, arms meet at the top. Left leg straightens. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower, hold, and then cartwheel to the top. Frame your left foot. Send your left foot back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. We're going to move a little bit faster. Breath in, breath out. Gaze goes forward. On your exhale, send it all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Take a breath in. Breath out, we twist over to the right side. Staying in your twist, whether you're connected or not, start to flamingo that left foot. And then when you found your balance, shoot it back, finding your revolved high lunge. So even if your left elbow's on your right knee or your chest is off, doesn't matter, we're still in a revolved high lunge. And then inhale, lift the chest so we're right on top of our hips. Breath in, breath out, sink a little deeper in that right thigh, and then twist your chest forward so we're facing the front of the mat. Arms come overhead. Exhale, drop that left heel down, arms open. Warrior two. Breath in, breath out, sink a little deeper. Left hand comes behind the back. Take an inhale, reach as far forward as you can, and then shift it back, reverse warrior. And release, cartwheel to the front of the mat, framing your right foot. Send it back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good job. Big breath in, breath out. Gaze goes forward. On your exhale, send it all the way to the front of the room. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Arms are overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in. Breath out, we twist. Right elbow hooks on left knee. Be mindful of those knees. Make sure they're still in line. Hips are square. Bend that right knee to a flamingo. Find your balance first, and then shoot it back, revolved high lunge. Remember, if it's okay if your right elbow's not hooked, you can still be twisted if it's not hooked. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift the chest so we're right on top of the hips. Keeping the hands at heart center. And then inhale, bring it back forward so we're facing the front of the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. And then exhale, we drop that right heel down, warrior two. Remember, alignment check. Hips are right in the center. We're not sticking them out too far. We're not rocking them underneath. Arms are reaching. Right hand behind your back. Take an inhale, reach far forward, and then exhale, throw it back, reverse. Good, and release. Cartwheel to the front of the room, frame your left foot. Send your left foot back, find plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Breath in. Breath out. Gaze goes forward. Jump all the way to the top of the room until your feet meet the front, and then sit back onto your bottom, and we're gonna find boat pose. I'll face you. So boat pose, we're balancing on both booty cheeks, feet come off the ground. We're holding here. Breath in, breath out, engage that core. Think about pulling that belly button to the spine, not sucking it in, but engaging it. Good. I'm gonna face back this way just because we're gonna come to our back in a second. Take a breath in and breath out. Lower your back down and then feet go high. Hands interlace behind the head, and then take a breath in, breath out. When you're ready, you're gonna take it, when you exhale, drop your left leg down to a hover. Right leg is still extended. Inhale brings it back up. Your hands are not pulling your chin forward. Your core is lifting your chest off the ground, and you're holding, just letting your head rest here, okay? Exhale, right leg drops. Inhale, lift. And you're just gonna keep moving with the rhythm of your own breath. We're not rushing through these. We're not bicycling, just slow and controlled. Exhale, lowers the leg. Inhale, lifts it. Exhale, lowers. Inhale, lifts. Be mindful of that low back. If you're lowering down and your low back begins to come off the ground like this, you're lowering just a little bit too far. So just lower to where that low back can stay on the ground, even if it's just little drops like this. That is totally fine. Keep engaging that core. Keep going. Last one. Beautiful. Lower the head and chest down and then drop the feet down. Hands come down by your side. Take a big breath in here. Breath out. Next breath in, you push down through the feet, hips go high, squeeze the booty cheeks together, and then exhale, lower down to a hover. Inhale, lift, keep driving through those heels. Lower, chin is away from chest. Lift, lower, lift, lower. One more. Lift and we hold. Squeeze the booty cheeks, chin is away from chest. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Gently lower all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then begin to rock back and forth until you make it all the way up to a seated position. And then feet come long in front of you. Either point your toes or flex. I like pretty pointed feet, but it's your choice. Inhale, lifts the heart and the gaze up to the sky, arms overhead. Exhale, fold at the hips, leading with the heart, chin is away from the chest, and fold forward. Breath in, breath out, sink deep. Do a little alignment check here. If you are reaching forward, but your whole back is rounded, you've probably gone just a little bit too far and you're compromising your back. Just walk your hands back until just the natural curve in your spine is there. There's always going to be just a tiny curve, but if you're really, really rounding like this, but you're reaching, you're going to end up hurting your low back. So inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we deepen into that space we're creating. Good, walk your hands back. Right knee into the chest, left leg is still long and still active, so you're engaging the muscles. Lift the arms overhead. Exhale, left hand grabs right knee and you squeeze it into your chest. Right arm circles behind the back, gaze goes over right shoulder. Either keep your right hand here or place it behind you or find that left hip crease. Keep lengthening. And then exhale, you're deepening that twist. Both butt bones are on the floor. Breath in, breath out, unwind. Counter that twist, so take both hands over to the left side of your mat and just bow over and come back up. Let your right leg long, left knee comes into chest, give it a nice tight squeeze. Lift the arms up, gaze goes up. Right hand grabs left knee, left arm reaches behind the back, squeeze here. Stay here. Breath in, breath out. Keep that right leg active. Don't let it float off the ground. Both butt cheeks are on the ground. Double check. Sometimes we start to lift off as we're twisting. And unwind, counter the twist, hands over to the right side, bow over. And release, leg goes long. We're gonna come down to our back again. Hang out here, arms out to the side, bring your knees into your chest, take a breath in. Breath out, we drop the knees over to the right side, gaze goes over left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale over to the left. Gaze goes over right shoulder. As we begin to slow the body down, be mindful of where your mind goes. Stay connected to that breath. Stay present here on all four corners of that mat. The outside world still does not matter. Inhale, knees come back into the chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then let everything go. Find Shavasana, your final resting pose. You made it. So let your feet roll open, knees roll to the side, palms face up. Roll your shoulder blades back down onto the mat. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. One more clearing breath like that. Big breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And move through the body, releasing any tension you might feel. Relax the face, the throat, the shoulders. Relax the arms, the fingers, the palms, the butt cheeks. Release the tension around the knees, so don't be activating those legs. And just melt here. Bring awareness back into the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll over to one side when you're ready, but pause there before you push all the way up into a seated position, and then cross the legs. Sit nice and tall, hands drape over the knees, bow the chin to the chest. Let's do a quick scan of the body, see how we're feeling. Go ahead and thank yourself for getting on the mat today. Sometimes just arriving on this mat is the hardest part. It's easy to go through the motions of an asana practice, but really being present on the mat is sometimes the most difficult, or being present in our daily life is the most difficult. So thank yourself for stepping out of autopilot for a few moments. And we're going to close the practice with a nice sigh out. So bring your hands together to your third eye. So that's that space in between your eyebrows. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out as you bow forward. Thank you so much for waving with me. I hope you enjoyed this beginner vinyasa wave. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.